Welcome to the MoChillZone with Mott's and Chili. Today they sit down with Steve Cobb, owner and chef of GC Smokin BBQ.
Welcome to the MoChillZone with your boy Mott's
and Chili.
Hey, so all right, now today we have a very, very special guest who we brought today here. You want to go ahead and introduce what we got? Well, let me go ahead and take this first of all. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it is. The barbecue place we have here. He goes by the GC Smokin BBQ.com, and we have Steve over here. So,
Mr. Steve Cobb, welcome. Thank you for having me. This is my first podcast. So, I'm Steve Cobb, GC Smokin Barbecue. We do mainly just events and weddings and whatever.
Nice.
We did an event yesterday for the VOA, the Feed America employees.
Oh, great.
So they feed over 2,000 people a day, so I went up there and fed them yesterday, and came out really nice.
That's great.
Thank you. Being a veteran, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Did you serve?
No, my buddy's the executive chef there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Dope, man.
So we're pretty tight.
That's
He
awesome.
helps me with caterings, and we have big caterings. He slices up all my meat.
Nice. So how did you get into smoking meats?
Actually, about 8 years ago, I bought a barbecue trailer.
Nice.
And we turned a gun safe into a smoker.
Nice.
So I never really smoked except for on my Weber,
Yeah.
Pull everything to the side.
Same here, yep.
Roll
That's
that smoke over it.
Definitely.
It always came out pretty good. This gun safe was a challenge. We've had 40 slabs of ribs in there at once, and we could get more. 135 half chickens could fit in there.
Wow.
So it's
Taking out the whole flock.
So learning how to smoke on that has been a challenge. A lot of notes.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
And I got it dialed in pretty good.
So, we have what you guys don't see here. Some of you guys are getting to see the great food we have here. And I'm like,
Show it to them.
I want to taste it so bad.
Yeah.
But we got these questions. I'm gonna hurt to get in there, but before I can get to tasting it, okay, who got you into cooking and barbecue? And what was your passion for that? Who got you into it?
I did a family reunion for a family, the Bowler family, years ago.
Show our age now.
Yeah, 25 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And me and my buddy Tony barbecued about 30 or 40 slabs of ribs on 2 Webers.
Wow.
And we had
2 Webers.
And we had ribs stacked up. And we're spraying them with beer and wine. That day right there, I decided I wanted to go to culinary school. I was
Nice.
21.
That's dope, man.
And get off the streets.
Nice.
So just cooking. I lived in my car for a year and did the classroom work at the culinary school, and then started cooking.
Where'd you go to school?
Leader Wolf Culinary School.
Okay.
We were the last class to graduate.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Before they lost funding. The
Man.
one in Oak Park there.
Yeah.
I think it's a charter school now.
Shout out, by the way. Shout out to them, by the way. So
That's right. There you go.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So I just have a passion for it. Created my own barbecue sauce. This rosemary garlic one is my most popular.
Okay.
Everybody goes crazy over that one.
Nice. What type of inspiration? What type of sauce is it? Like more of like a Kansas City, or looks more like a molasses type base sauce?
I'm gonna say it's a Sacramento.
Nice. You're not biting it.
I'm sad.
Not biting
That's
it.
what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about. Man. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a lot of things from everywhere, and I'm a Sacramento kid, so
Nice.
that's a Sacramento sauce.
That's great. I think of the sauces in like 2 categories though, in my brain. It's like the vinegary one and kind of the more like.
And it has a vinegar.
Okay.
Like
nice.
that little
kick.
Right?
Yep. I like that.
There's no added sugar
Oh wow.
in there. There's no salt.
Nice.
It's rosemary fresh, garlic fresh, some apple cider vinegar, and a few other things.
Nice.
Y'all can't see, but my saliva glands are watering over here. I gotta taste this stuff.
Yeah, let me see,
Can I
man.
get a little taste of it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta get a little.
Taste it, bro, 'cause it's been sitting here
You
all the time.
gotta get a little sauce.
We sold plates today at my house. I usually don't do a lot of that, but we sold out, and then I saved you guys some of it.
Ooh, I
So
appreciate that, man, because it's been so good. Thank you, sir.
yeah,
I had to Appreciate you. I had to make sure I take. I'm sorry, I didn't taste it. I was like, man, it smells so good.
I've been waiting.
I can't wait. I can't hold it anymore.
And I always serve my meat dry rub, sauce on the side. You know.
Yeah, to your taste.
Right. Some people don't like sauce. Some people do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I give it a 10. Very, very good.
Thank you. But when you grow up in North Highlands, you have a lot of different cultures. Some family from Alabama, some family from Mississippi, and all my friends. I learned how to. I watch their grandma in the kitchen, see what they're doing, collard greens, and all that stuff. So they start calling me like, "What'd you put in that, boy?" You taught me how to cook it.
Got a kick to it too. I like that.
Chili.
I really like that sauce. Meat's tender.
Thank you.
Just got a little bit of bite to it, you know, like just how you like it. You don't want it to just be straight falling off.
No. Sometimes some
Ladies
people
and
want it,
gentlemen,
but I like it.
We're definitely going to put this on our website. You guys got to have this. You guys wish you had it now. It's yummy. When I get on my shirt, you know why. Because can't help myself.
If you're like me, got to wear a bib. I was at to have a bib.
I should have picked up some wet wipes on my way home. I'm going to do the rest of the interview with sauce all over my face.
Yeah.
But let's get into the other stuff.
Yeah, so what we do is, you ask a question, I'll eat, and then
Well, I haven't.
I ask a question, you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because
I love it.
I got to finish eating it up. You know what I mean?
I haven't tried the collard greens yet. So
Enjoy.
So while he's eating real quick,
Yeah.
so it's really good, man.
Thank
so
you.
Did your parents, anybody was in culinary? I mean, like,
Nope.
who was your role model for that? You know, just
That day when we cooked them ribs.
and you've been doing restaurants since then, huh?
And I just went. My first job was at a Greek cafe.
Okay.
I learned how to cook Greek food. George and his wife taught me all kinds of stuff. And every night I went home, I took €2. What do you want to take? You always take euros. That's all I.
he's not stealing. He's not stealing money. We're talking about the sandwich people.
Yeah. Yeah. They had the moussaka and the baba ganoush and all that stuff.
Right.
I love that.
But I love the euros. I always say, "What do you want to take home?" €2. So I worked at Cattleman's for a while.
Okay.
Hideaway. I was the head chef for Marriott, Hewlett Packard.
Okay.
Worked in the cafeterias.
Okay.
The cafes.
Let's go, man.
We were the ones who started the cafe inside those places.
Oh, okay.
We got rid of the cafeteria and
Right.
we said cafe.
Yes,
Because we serve cafe food and
It's not cafeteria
serve
food.
a couple thousand people a day out there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So when I went there, when I first got out of culinary school, I worked at the Greek place, but then I wanted to go to Reno
Okay.
to cook in the casinos, but I didn't make it. Went to the temp service to get a warehouse job, make a little money so I could pay for my hotel up there, work in the casinos. And they offered me a job at Hewlett Packard as a temp, and they hired me on permanent.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, they said, can you make 30 gallons of clam chowder? I was like, yeah. I'm up on things. And after I made that, they hired me.
What's up, man?
An oarsman.
Took me with them, and then we went to the one out on Fruit Ridge. We worked there for a long time, but it was a Marriott account. Still,
They own everything now.
yeah. And then I started my catering business.
Yeah. When did you start that? When did you go out on your own?
Probably around, let me see, 2000, 1998, 97, about 97, 98.
Nice.
I did a
wow.
catering for 200 people in an apartment complex.
Okay. Cool.
Me and Charlie Ramos, he DJ'd it, and I had
Yeah. Charlie, shout out Charlie too.
I had a 16-foot barbecue that I borrowed from my job, and pulled it up in the apartment parking lot, and got a lot of apartment resident retention parties.
Okay. Cool.
My first kind of high-end catering was at his mom, Marlon's mom. Was a captain's retirement party. And I actually cooked the food at my house and shuttled it to his house. And I had people at his house serving with chafing dishes.
Nice.
And I had a food warmer.
Full
and I was
plated.
making everything fresh, and we were taking it from my house to his mom's house.
That's cool.
Wow.
In the neighborhood there.
That's expensive stuff.
And we
You
did
could get
chicken
a lot of good
chablis,
money.
and we did rice pilaf and roasted vegetables, and we did it nice. I got pictures of it. That was my first, had the menu in the little picture frame, but that was kind of, that really inspired me after that.
That's great.
Because we did it driving the food over, and they were coming back and keeping it going. And,
wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So, yeah. Our business has been growing every year. I stopped working full time, so I've been focusing on just my business.
Right.
That's great.
I quit
Congrats
in
on
August.
that.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Yeah.
what you love is most important.
And I do. I love it.
That's great, man. That's
I
impressive.
I got a passion for
I
it.
can tell.
Heck yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but that's kind of how it all started.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's hesitating to take the leap of doing their own thing, as opposed to working for the man?
If it's a tough decision to make. It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, to be straight up, it's all on you. You don't have a paycheck coming no more.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only live once, and if you don't do it, you're gonna regret it later.
Yep.
So I did it long enough, but I had a family to raise too, so I needed a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be messing around.
Yeah.
So I've always done both.
For sure.
And we do caterings on the weekends. Yeah, and I work Monday through Friday.
That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
And I coached for a long time. I coached everything.
Okay.
The
Nice.
last I coached was girls softball.
All right.
Okay.
We did travel ball.
Okay.
I coached at McClatchy for about 6 years, McClatchy
nice.
High School. I had the JV team with Chris Abar out there.
Their basketball team's killing it. The girls'
Yeah,
basketball team.
they're always tough.
They're always
Yeah.
good. They always
Yeah, their
been
girls
for a long
hoopers,
time.
they won the state. Yeah,
They've been there for a long time.
yeah, they're always
Yeah.
been good. Yeah, so
My buddy won state. He was assistant coach with St. Francis when they
Oh,
the
yeah.
girls won.
yeah, we used to play them in softball all the time. But if you're gonna do it, just do it. If you feel it, do it. Do it now before you get too old.
Nice.
I raised my kids. My oldest is 33. My youngest is 23. And I got two more in the middle. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Dope, man.
And they grew up. And about 4 years ago, I really started focusing on the business, on me
Nice.
in the
Good.
business.
I'm glad you did it.
So everything kind of changed. I was working still.
Yeah.
And then finally last August, I said,
That's great.
I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my 50s. It's my time.
Yeah.
So if I can hit this hard for the next 10 years,
Yeah.
and then I pass it down to the kids,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to start for them. And my daughters are all in it.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
They help me at every catering.
That's
So like a
awesome.
family affair then. basically.
It's my wife's the coordinator.
Oh yeah, that's great,
Yeah,
dude.
she said, keep me off the food line. I don't want to serve the food. I said, you're
Shout
just
out,
you're
Mrs. Cobb.
Yeah, Ms. Cobb, you are the head coordinator.
And coordinator.
Nice.
Yes. And we are in the process right now of booking a wedding for June 21st up by Fort Bragg.
Okay.
So that'll be
Nice.
our farthest journey.
Dang.
We Bodega Bay, Napa, we do weddings down there.
Okay,
At least
okay.
a couple a year, which is nice. Out in Plymouth, there's a venue out there. We're one of her preferred caterers out there.
Nice.
It's called The Barn, really nice. But Fort Bragg will be it's a little below Fort Bragg. Philo. It's in Philo.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of excited about that one. And they're willing to pay for us to come up there. They came over yesterday for a tasting and hired us at the kitchen table.
That's great.
Yeah, I gave them chicken and ribs and brisket, some chili, and then I had a few other things and some sauce.
How's your
And
brisket?
It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've been doing a lot of them lately.
Nice.
I did one for the VOA, and it came out really nice, big 21-pounder.
Woo!
Yeah.
How many hours do you do that puppy?
That one's about 14 and a half.
Woo!
Yeah, hit 203. I like to pull mine at 203.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher paper wrap, no foil.
Yeah, that's the right way.
get it to 165, wrap 155 even, wrap it, leave it alone.
Butter.
Let it go. Probe it, 203, and throw it in the warmer for a while, let it rest.
Wow.
That's the key, is letting it rest.
How hard is it tending that fire for 14 hours?
I got to get up every 2 hours. If I put it on at midnight or 11, and and then they want it the next day at 1 or 2,
yeah.
I got to put it on.
For sure.
Between 10 and midnight, right?
Right.
And every 2 hours, I got to get up and put another log. So I use whole, smoking logs.
Okay.
Pecan is my go-to.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of hickory or mesquite unless I did a goat not too long ago for this guy, and I did it. He wanted a hickory, so I smoked it. It came out really nice.
He'll do requests. He'll do
requests.
whatever
you want. Yeah.
Whatever wood what you want. He'll
It's
do.
GCSmokingBarbecue.com.
Nice.
My website right there, and everything's right there.
Check him out for sure.
Yeah.
So tell us how, about one of the functions you ever gone to, where you had your very first function you had to get. How was that? Tell somebody, sometimes they've never actually gone. I know how it can be.
Right.
How was that, the very first time you ever did a function and you had to work with a lot of people?
I think I was born for this. I never even thought about it. I just did it.
Okay.
Nice.
If I got a party or a function, I just went there and
It's just fit.
Yeah.
You knew what had to be done.
you can ask my wife and my family now when I got a catering 150, 200. I can do it.
You get in the beast mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that answered your question.
It does, but I mean, I was more or less meaning you don't remember the first time you did what you did, you just get in there and do it?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about what's your inspiration? Are you listening to a go-to music or something like that, or are you inspired when you get your jam on? What's your go-to? What are you listening to?
I got some blues going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
Little
was
BB King.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Buddy Guy.
Yeah, I've seen Buddy twice.
Yeah.
He's great.
I mean, all kinds of just. Me and my granddaughter are learning how to play the harmonica right now.
Nice.
So I think she might be better than me. She's 5.
Nice.
She has a natural in and out.
Well, they're all better than we are.
I know. But I just get focused. Love listening to music. I take it everywhere I go.
Me too.
And I listen to everything.
That's great.
I don't have a preference.
Yeah, I hear you have a hip hop background too, right?
I do. I do.
So tell us some of your favorites.
Man.
I
mean, my days.
Yeah, we say Mount Rushmore. Like top.
Kumo D and Run DMC and Beastie Boys.
All right. Now we talking.
Yeah, the Beat Boys.
Yeah.
Shout
out to the Beat Boys.
Yeah, shout out to the Beat Boys.
I mean, we came up in an era where the music and the rap and all that was real.
Yeah.
Like it ain't it was too short. It was too short.
Yeah, right. You tell us that right here. You know about that.
Yeah. Ice Cube, Ice-T. Those guys are,
Definitely. We did some stuff with him. Shout out Body Count.
Yeah.
So what's up?
That's tight. I mean.
Yeah. So man. I mean, besides, is anybody else in your family who has that passion? I mean, your girls obviously they do too. They're cooking. Okay. Out of all your kids,
above me,
above you. Which one of your kids do you would say is most like you when it comes to doing the cooking and doing like that? Out of one, I mean, like if you had to say, okay, this is just like me. Out of all of them,
they kind of all.
They all do.
Yeah. This is going to be aired and my kids might watch it, so I'm not going to pick no favor on it.
I was trying to get a favor.
He's trying. He always hits it. He's always throwing gasoline on the fire.
Yeah. My youngest has a passion for it, and she has and they do charcuterie boards, and they do that for me on my caterings.
Nice.
They decorate her and my daughters. Boom. My oldest son's a very good cook himself. Trying to get him motivated to get into it more. But my girls, both of them they just do amazing things. I could do a wedding, and weddings you have to be everything has to be, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I could stay on the barbecue and cook, and my daughters will set up the chafing dishes and decorate and mingle with the people, and I don't have to worry about nothing.
That's awesome.
I pay them really well to help me.
Nice.
Okay.
And they travel with me.
That's dope, man.
They got my back for
That's
sure.
Dope. That's dope.
But a favorite, man.
I didn't
Or the best one? I don't
I think
know.
the one just is more like
I
you
got
when it comes to that.
both of my
There's
girls.
always one child that like more like the mom, more like dad. Or somebody
Yeah.
kind of take on that. So.
Yeah, I have a couple more corollary questions. I want to hear about some more of the fixins because those collard greens are fire. Just wondering what else.
Thank you.
Wondering what other fixins.
Those collard greens came out of my garden.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a big collard green garden.
Farm to fork.
I love me some collard greens.
Peppers.
Farm to fork.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
I try to do it the most. I'm building some chicken coops right now because
Okay, I know these. Yeah,
prices are crazy.
oh, I know.
That's
The bird flu. That's crazy.
Chicken coop in the backyard. But
You got to give them the chickens funny names. That's the cool thing.
yeah,
My buddy his mom has chickens. He gave them all like foul influence names.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, but the fixings, I do whatever. I mean, we do mac and cheese. Yesterday I did pinto beans with smoked turkey necks for the VOA.
Ooh, okay.
That's a pretty popular dish.
That sounds
One of the guys in the kitchen tasted it a couple months ago, so he's like, make sure he cooks that when he comes.
nice.
So I made a big pot of pinto beans and smoked turkey necks.
Ooh, that sounds good.
They didn't get none of the collard greens. That was for another event. But
What's one of the biggest events you guys have done? Like, how many people would you say one of the biggest events you've ever done?
1,000.
1,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
1,000.
That's a lot.
I did 300 quite often. I like the smaller ones though. 150.
Yeah,
50.
Right.
150.
More
like
intimate.
that. More personal.
for sure.
You get a big one. It gets crazy. 1,000 people. A lot of help.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you for something like that.
Yeah.
How like without? I mean, you have to have
20
yeah.
people.
How long
20.
do you cook something like that? You cook like all day? How many days?
Oh yeah. You got to prep ahead for sure. You got to have multiple barbecues.
Okay.
And smokers.
Gotcha.
Big pieces of meat. You can cook ahead, but and you platter it all up, serve it. We did 200 and almost 300 people last year at a winery in Napa.
Okay.
Me, there's a chef out there that I know. He coordinated everything. We cooked all the food.
Right.
We had people cutting the food, people making the sides. I did all the meat.
Man, dude,
So that's how you got to you're doing this.
Right.
You're doing the
Yeah, I'm working on line before, so I know how it works. I know. That's why I asked this question. Yeah.
So we had a guy cutting up all the tri-tip and the chicken, and then we plattered it all up and put platters on the table.
Wow.
So it's kind of they just serve themselves. So that works out pretty good that way when you have the masses.
Yeah.
As long as you got the people to help you.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part is finding someone
Yeah.
reliable.
Reliable to work.
Like I said, my girls are awesome. My boys, they won't show up to them. Trying to get them, but they'll be all right.
Good food. I mean, having them.
I told them, you don't have to tell me yes and then don't show up.
Right.
Just tell me no.
Yeah,
You won't hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings when you tell me yes and don't show up.
for sure.
Yeah.
You always want cooking at home too, like at home.
Majority.
majority.
Yeah, my wife throws down.
Nice.
Yeah, she makes a lot of her dad's old dishes. She's Asian and
Okay.
her dad was full-blooded Chinese.
That's dope.
So she likes to honor, Chinese New Year's.
Nice. Yeah, happy Chinese New Year.
What's the New Year this year? It's what are they in this year?
Wait,
Is it the dragon?
It's dragon, right?
Dragon.
It's a dragon.
Dragon?
Yeah, I love the dragon. Yeah, I didn't
know.
want to mess it up, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't want to ask. I saw the dragon earlier. I saw
no fake news here.
I saw somebody. I just wanted to make sure, so I didn't want to mess that up.
Hey Siri, what's the Chinese New Year this year?
There's some schmutz.
Chinese New Year is on Wednesday, the 29th of January, 2025.
It didn't tell me the symbol.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, no, and that's dope, man. I mean, that's
Yeah. But so we'll do dim sum at home. We have this big steamer. We'll buy it.
Xiaolong Bao. You ever do
man.
Xiaolong Bao?
Man,
Oh, I love
Oh
that.
man, love it.
I think that's my favorite Chinese food, dim sum. I love it.
Oh man,
and there's
me too.
great other techniques.
It's not the same anymore. Like after COVID, like we used to be able to go to King's out in West Sac.
Yeah.
But you go to dim sum, it's like 3 hours. And that's it. We're not doing it no more. That's it. It's like 3 or 4 hours. That's it.
And it's always open. Always on holidays like that.
Walking around with the cart. But yeah, so we just cook a lot of different stuff. I could cook Chinese food like I'm Chinese, Mexican food like I'm Mexican.
So if you got a client that wants whatever,
I do it
for sure.
Yeah, that's why. Growing up, all my friends. That's it. I might have been the only white guy for a couple blocks. It wasn't mixed with Filipino or black or Mexican. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I was a redhead white boy with freckles.
I love it.
You
Well,
know,
you down because
You grew up tough for sure.
I had to prove myself.
Yeah.
I was playing the foundation.
If you look at the guy, I know you got to prove yourself.
I had to prove myself.
Yeah, all right. And around that's just a regular.
He's not a regular cook.
I know you're right. He's all right. He's all right. You definitely have to be okay to be in there.
On a professional level, though.
That's a good thing, though, man. But besides that, what are your other passions? I mean, you cooking, man. So what else you like to do?
Fish. I fish a lot.
Okay.
Love playing. Love coaching.
Okay.
I miss coaching. My granddaughter's just signed up for softball.
Nice.
So what's your favorite thing to coach?
Start it all over again.
Girls softball.
Softball?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've coached baseball, basketball, soccer. I even had a BMX racing team. We had 18 kids on it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, called the Rough Riders. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we used to have a BMX bike and a dog on riding it.
We used to do all that.
Every Friday night we go to Roseville. We go to the racetrack in Roseville right there. That was our home field in the Rio Linda. Go to Rio Linda on Thursday nights, Sunday nights. And my oldest son, he was ranked 5th in the state for a long time.
Wow.
Steven.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, started him off with a bike from Walmart, about 30 pounds. Gave it to him. Start winning on that and I'll invest some money. He's out there with a 30-pound bike from Walmart and starts winning.
Wow.
So we nicknamed him Tank.
Who is that from you?
Because that bike was heavy.
It's too big for him.
That's dope, though.
But getting his name.
Oh, yeah. Then I got him a red line.
This guy was like.
And then I got him a Power Light, it was orange. So we called him Tank Orange Crush. He was good, man. We used to travel all over Reno, Utah.
That's fun. That's
He
cool.
got that from you. This guy.
That's my firstborn.
Sports. Off the hook. Period.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real.
Just all of them.
Baseball was my sport.
Yeah, but basketball is dope.
Yeah, played everything, though. Soccer.
He's dope. He was like Muhammad Ali. He talked and made it happen.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
I'm competitive. I like to win.
I like that.
Yeah.
What other foods do you enjoy cooking? I know you said you like cooking Asian. You can cook fancy.
I love cooking everything.
Nice.
Barbecue a lot though.
Yeah.
I don't always smoke it. Sometimes I like to have barbecue pork chops. One of my favorite. Man, get a nice
like a
sear
grill.
on it and dip it in some sauce. That's one thing I like sauce on. I mean, I like the sauce on the side, but that pork chop, I gotta dip it in there a few times and put it back on the
Nice.
grill.
Let it seep in there.
Get it coated.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to cook.
Nice.
But,
Have you hit those with a brine before?
Oh man, yeah. Oh
For
yeah.
sure. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I used to hate pork chops because like I didn't have somebody cook a good pork chop.
Right, because they could dry out quick.
You got to hit it with that brine.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I do a party, like I'll brine the chickens, whole chickens.
Oh, okay.
Brine
Nice.
them, smoke them.
Nice.
Turkeys,
Any sort of
any
fowl.
pork butt. Not a
Nice.
lot, but yeah. Fish,
You don't do fish on it.
not on the big smoker. Yeah,
You don't want to get it funky.
no. I'm afraid it won't come out.
You talk about the fishing and everything else.
Yeah,
You're doing
fishing.
coaching is awesome.
Coaching.
Besides that, where do you see yourself and the company going in the next 5 years?
Man, I want to get it to the point where I could pass it down to my daughters, where the income is enough to do that. And in 5 years, it's definitely on its way.
Nice.
Good, nice.
I don't want to have a brick and mortar. I want to continue just doing events, caterings, weddings. Not even selling plates on the street. That's not where I want to go.
Right.
So in the next 5 years, I would like to have a few like contracts in place. There's a lot of them out there. Just got to go get them.
Definitely.
With construction companies who every month they do an event. So something like that where I can get that every month. I'm doing your event.
I can help you with that, by the way.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where in the next 5 years, I'm working on that right now. To get to that point where I know I got it. It's already there. Every month I got the check. And now I can tell my kids, look, I already got some contracts. Just go on and get it.
Nice.
So that's kind of where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, you said the contract with the contractors. I got an old job. I know a lot of the project managers, building people like you. Yeah, so those are people. Yeah, so yeah.
We do everything. I do breakfast burritos. I just did 30 breakfast burritos for a construction company. He's like, can you have it here at 7 a.m.? We have a meeting at 7 a.m.
What do you do on your breakfast burrito?
We did a sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay.
On the 13-inch tortilla.
Oh, wow.
A chorizo one.
You hit it with some potatoes in there too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, potatoes, egg, cheese, and then whatever meat that you want, right? Sausage, bacon, chorizo, or veggie.
Can you do it? Can you? I was going to say, what about the vegan people who out there, vegan and vegetarians out there who don't eat meat like
all
that?
day?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff for vegetarians and vegans. We do a lot of vegetable burgers, black bean burgers, stuffed. I do a stuffed spaghetti squash in the oven. I mean, in the smoker. And some people are like, well, it's touching the rack. No, I put a piece of aluminum foil down, put it right on top. I won't touch the meat rack at all. But so we do, at least every event, like yesterday, there was 2 vegetarians. So I made jalapeno poppers, and I didn't wrap theirs in bacon. So it's got the jalapeno and the cream cheese and a little seasoning.
Love it too, didn't they?
Yeah, and then they had the corn on the cob, and then we put bacon in our potato salad. So I made them, before I put the bacon in, I took a little potato salad out for them. Nice. So they had their own little platter. But,
nice.
But yeah, we always get some requests every time. If you have 100 people, we might get 2 or 3.
Definitely.
And who am I to tell you no?
Right.
I don't know how to say no. I say yes, and then I figure it out.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, yeah, I can do it, whatever you want.
I love it, man. I love it.
So I enjoy it, the challenge. So when someone tells me they want a certain thing, I'm on it.
Except a well-done steak, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we're still going there. Yeah, okay, and you have some tough questions you already got in, but I would ask,
I got fat boy questions.
I like it.
Okay, like, you've been doing this and you're good at it, what you're doing. How would you tell somebody who wants to get in what you're doing and how to go about it, what to do, how to start, where to go?
I just had that question asked to me by a family member. And I told him, man, you got to go pound the pavement. Yeah. You got to go pass out flyers. You got to go talk to people. You got to go to these apartments because apartments do resident retention parties all the time. You got to get out there and you see a bunch of guys in the field digging stuff up, go find the foreman. Go pass out a brochure or a card to them, tell them what you do.
Exactly.
But you can't give up. But, I mean, it's all up to you. So that's what I just told the family member.
Dope, man.
If you want to do it, well, I'm going to go on the corner. Well, it ain't all the time. You can go on the corner, but you got to do it right if you're going to go on the corner. You got to have all your permits and license because you don't want to get that fine.
Right. And you're limiting yourself also by that one spot you're going to.
That's right.
Yeah.
So get out there, pave the pavement, pass out flyers, and be consistent. Show your face. Don't just go pass out a flyer and then wait 6 months later, 3 months later, go hit them guys again, call them, email them. That's something I just started doing is I'm trying to look up companies and then email them. You know, maybe, I don't know. Everybody, social media. Maybe I'm just not good at it. I haven't got a lot of social media business, little, but mostly it's me getting out there,
That's what's up.
directing them to my website,
Yeah.
and then on the Google search we pop up pretty fast.
That's good. That's a very big thing right there.
Yeah,
Very
so I'm trying to revamp the website right now, and maybe get everything, a little different. You guys checked it out, I'm assuming, but so we're gonna remodel it, right?
We're gonna put it on our site too, so
Yeah,
everybody can see.
There'll be a link to your site,
Everything. So yeah.
Do you have social media?
Yeah, I got all that.
sure.
Yeah, I'm always on there messing
Nice.
around.
Nice.
Instagram, Facebook, I'm posting stuff all the time.
You do like shorts? Do you do any short videos?
A little bit, yeah.
And that's like that's the hot thing now. I
Yeah,
hear.
How-to meals or like a little real.
that's what I'm
how-to meals.
get
They
into.
love that right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like a quick how-to meal, real quick.
Yep. So that's what I've been jotting down in my notes is I want to make some more videos like YouTube and
Yeah, like the Mexican restaurant right near my
Yeah.
work, 34. They made a video of like their off night. 'Cause it's a state worker area. So everybody goes home except on Friday night.
Yeah.
They made this video like of their Friday night service, and now like they sell out every Friday night.
Yeah.
It's like you can social media can do something.
Yeah. So yeah.
Especially when you have a good product.
Yeah. It'll give you the opportunity, but you gotta have the goods, which he does.
For sure.
And see,
For
most
sure.
of you guys don't know. You guys see on TV. You guys look at stuff like, I don't. It looks okay, but does it taste okay? It does. Okay?
Yeah.
It looks and tastes just like a little. It does. Okay, so it does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah. See, and I've been doing the whole time. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to. I don't want to eat any more while I'm on camera. I got a little taste of each.
Besides that, we talk music. We got that. But normally people have it. With the rappers, he gave us a bucket list. Sometimes I'm always forgetting. Something a challenging question. I just never. I always got to hit it with something good. I got one good question, but just not enough. And one good question I was on the tip of my tongue before I got up, and I was going to ask you. I can't remember now. So I'm going to digress and say this. Tell the people about your most the best place you ever been out of town doing the event, and were there any celebrities or people involved there? Any people you met through your by you doing the food?
No celebrities. The best one that I've done out of town, I think Bodega Bay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Bodega Bay is so beautiful.
Yeah, there's a venue there called the Secret Garden. We did a wedding there. It was beautiful. You could see the ocean. How we were cooking.
So
I
beautiful.
pulled the barbecue right there. That was probably one of my favorite ones out of town.
Nice.
Napa's beautiful too.
Oh.
This one was, yeah, it was beautiful. It was nice.
Yeah, those who don't know, if you've never been to Napa, that Bodega Bay, it's so beautiful. It's some beautiful place in the world.
Yep.
Look it up, you guys. You got to go and see it. Check it out. So.
For Napa, you can watch what's that old that wino movie? Dang it! I had a
Well, we got a whole bunch of those.
no. It's the one with
Who's in it? You can't tell me that. Well, the old one.
It's I'm having a
brain
senior
fart?
moment.
Yeah, well, no, I have a bunch of those. So, you know what I mean? And those-
Sideways.
Oh, okay.
Watch Sideways. A lot of great film of Napa area.
Napa scenes.
Yeah, Napa.
Yeah.
Napa's
Yeah.
cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Napa's nice. Because we do a wedding there, you're right in the winery.
Yeah, and so, and another thing I have to ask you here really quick here. So, how's it being a Dodger fan in Sacramento, in the Giant country?
It's tough.
Yeah.
A good thing I got thick skin, you know.
I'm sure it's so tough with
All my friends are Giants or 49ers.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I mean, with that pitching staff, it's I could take a whole lot of flack
yeah.
in enemy territory if I had those pitchers.
Yeah, well, you know.
Right now it's good.
Otani.
Yeah.
So me and him have the best team.
Oh yeah.
Cowboys. And
Cowboys,
Dodgers.
Cowboys, Dodgers. Oh, my dude. I don't know.
Shout out to my boy Cowboy. You know, he's a Cowboys fan. Also, and my boy Ant.
Yeah.
AJ, you a Cowboys fan too? Die-hard Cowboys fans. I got to give y'all shout outs out there.
That's a tough one, too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a Browns fan, so y'all never know what time it is with me. You know,
Raiders.
My season's over at week 2, and I was like, I'm waiting. You know.
Yeah, I don't hate the Cowboys either.
I don't hate I like the Raiders.
Well, no one don't hate my team unless you're in our division.
I like Browns, too.
I'm a Browns fan.
The dog pen.
Yeah, I love them. I like the Browns.
I always root for the Browns.
Me too. I feel like a kindred spirit with that.
Yeah, back in the day.
I gotta get it. Hey man, you gotta give me an
Who's your football
autograph, man.
Huh?
Who's your football team?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And my basketball team, I'm a Philly fan.
Okay.
Since I was young.
Trust the process.
I like the Kings, but I'm a Philly fan.
For sure.
So how they gonna do this weekend?
it Dr.
man?
J for you?
What's up? They gonna win this week?
I don't know.
Oh, no, he didn't care about the Birds.
Okay.
He was talking about, he's a Philly
the 76ers.
basketball fan.
Sixers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah.
I'm rooting for the Redskins.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, before I was a Kings fan, I was in Ohio, and the only 2 teams I ever watched was the Sixers and the Lakers.
Yeah. Those are good games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are 2 teams, and from Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was never a Cavaliers fan. Never have been. I'm a LeBron fan,
Yeah.
but I never have been a Cavaliers. I like LeBron because he's from where I'm from.
Right.
But come on, we already know who the. Come on, Jordan, baby. Come on now. I got Jordan Zone.
He's the best.
I got Jordan Zone, and I love Bron. You know, Bron's from my neck of the woods. So.
Yeah, but they don't have the same penalty. The penalty thing's different.
Definitely.
They play hard. When Jordan played, it was hardcore.
Yeah.
Changed the whole game, bro, when they start doing these little penalties and stuff. So they make you shine and you be good and stuff.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got to conversation another time. It's all about Steve here.
Birdman.
Yeah, well, King, we're in King countries here, though. But yeah, we anyway.
Kings are cool.
Yeah, go Kings. Go Kings.
Go
Kings, second team.
Even though tonight,
Like
by
the
the time y'all watch this episode,
They're gonna keep it real elementary,
Yeah, who knows?
Kansas City wasn't here.
No, man. But outside of that, though, man, we do definitely appreciate. Tell the people how they can reach you again, website, everything. That's definitely important.
Yep. You can go to gcsmokingbarbecue.com. That will take you to our website. GC Smokin Barbecue on Facebook, Instagram. But if you go to the website, you'll see my email, my phone number. You can read my biography, my story, how I got here, where it started, and kind of where I came through to get here.
Nice.
And about 8 years ago, when I had my barbecue built, kitchen on wheels, it changed the game for us.
Nice.
It really changed the game for us. So that's a full kitchen.
Now, I am kind of curious now. Different smokers.
Yeah.
Now, can you touch on that a little bit? Like, there's some people have a different kind of smokers. They cook differently.
Right.
Can you touch upon that about how that affects the meat?
Yeah, you got your vertical smoker.
Okay.
And then you got your offset stick burner, right? Where your barrel. I've cooked on barrels. This vertical smoker that I have was first time cooking on and I love it.
Nice.
It gives a good smoke. Everything's going up through the meat, out the stack. So that's great. I'm not a Traeger fan, I guess.
Yeah.
I've cooked on them before, but I'm more of a
Old school.
piece of wood and
Yes, sir.
Old school.
There's no substitute for
Now,
that.
do you put because the only reason I know a little bit about this because our cousin did this a little bit.
Yeah.
The different wood type of wood in there also affects the.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your flavor, for sure. Your pecans are a milder wood.
Okay.
Really good with fish, and I use it for everything because I like the mild smoke.
Okay.
So that's what I want to give out. The hickory, the mesquite,
Yes, sir.
cherry wood. I use cherry. Gives it a good color at the end. Apple. I like the fruit.
Yeah.
Just because of the mild smoke.
Definitely.
I don't follow the rule of this wood has to cook this meat. I make my own rule.
Right.
I use whatever meat I
Whatever
want.
works.
And I like the flavor, and then I'm going to share that.
Definitely.
So that's where it starts. Is I love cooking. I love eating, and I want to share what I'm eating. I'm like, I want to share this. You know, that's good.
Great, man. Well, you know, I mean, yeah, definitely. Are there any other things besides that, like you would say, like other, like you got new things coming out that you haven't, that you can maybe talk about, like you got your sauce right here, which is a rosemary sauce.
Yep.
Are there any other sauces you have that besides the rosemary?
Yes, we do a habanero, pineapple habanero.
Okay.
I just did a drunken cherry bourbon one.
Okay.
Soaked the cherries in bourbon and for a while.
Wow.
And we just did that one.
Okay.
We are on the ground floor right now producing sauces with the tenure in it. So I just did a bunch of that. Did about a gallon of that, the THC oil in it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I sold out
Wow.
immediately. So we're working on getting that off the ground right now too.
Nice.
Doing the infused meats and the infused olive oils and the infused barbecue sauces.
Okay.
So people be comatose and
Yeah, so I was in the lab the other day creating some barbecue sauce.
Mad scientist.
And I got to tasting it a little bit too much, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot. That's strong.
Oopsies.
So it kind of got me just tasting the barbecue sauce and, you know, making sure what my flavor was. And we ship.
Okay.
We ship whatever you want.
That's dope,
Nice.
man.
Yeah, you want tri-tip, rib, barbecue sauce, we'll ship it to you.
It's fire.
Yeah,
We just shipped some stuff to Utah.
Okay.
We ship stuff wherever you want it.
Probably not the tincture stuff to Utah, right?
Hey, y'all definitely, like I said, it's when off camera, y'all see a little bit. I get my shirt off and get up and chill. I can sit back. I don't have to worry about being messy. You know,
Yeah.
Not that I really care. Y'all already know I'm a little messy anyway sometimes, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
But definitely.
Steve, this has been great. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Other way around. Cooking for us, and we appreciate having you.
Having you come in here and do that. And also,
Yes.
we appreciate everything else. And go give the people your website again, please.
Yes, it's GCSmokinBarbecue.com. And at the end of smoking, there's no G.
Make you want to stack your mouth.
That's bomb right there. I gotta get me some.
Yeah.
Yes. We appreciate you, Steve, man. Thank you for blessing us coming out here, man.
Man, thank you, man.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And it's gonna be the only time.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course, man.
Hey, look, and also too, we're gonna be at a function. We got your website. You can see him. We got something planned. We're gonna have something planned here. We're gonna have him come out, so y'all gonna see it.
He's doing big things.
big things. You guys, we appreciate you. Y'all go ahead and check them out. Go get it, eat it. Y'all know Mike's gonna have it. It's not the only time I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna be having it again, so y'all know. Go get check it out. We love you guys. Spread love.
GC Barbecue.
GC Barbecue.
Smokin.
It's Big Boy approved.
Yeah,
See?
good, man.
Big
Smokin Barbecue.
That's right.
Big Boy approved.
That's it. Sub-Zero. MoChill. We're here.
You know
We're
what
out
I'm
of here.
saying?
We love you guys.
My emotions started running the moment I saw you. My heart was jumping, I could not function 'cause of you.